if you really want to learn how to change criticism into positive feedback so that you can get the best from your business and other people's business in really tough times, it might be good for you to watch this all the way through and learn the tips that I will give you to show you how to get the very best from actually giving feedback and not criticizing. Watch to the end, give us your comments. Feedback, not criticism. So you can imagine in the job that I do, I'm asked by different clients to give them some feedback on something they've done, a project or the way they've run their business or dealt with their staff, and they'll ask me for that feedback. And in the past, I've given them something very direct because that's what they've asked for, and I'm sure that you've done the same. And sometimes when we do that, they don't quite like the honesty, do they? So for me, I've learned different ways to do that depending on the client that I've got in front of me. So let me give you an example, the difference between feedback and criticism maybe, or the way that people might interpret that. So you go to your doctor and your doctor says to you, okay, the medication that you've been taking, you have reacted to it. As opposed to, the doctor says, okay, the medication that you've been taking, you've responded to it. What's the difference between those two? You know, the word react or respond. React can be taken as negative and respond is positive. So how do you actually give that in a particular way? So let me give you a couple of little tips for you, that you might be able to try. So is the feedback that you're going to give, is it going to be deflating or is it inspiring? So which of it is? How could you actually give that feedback in a way that it inspires the person rather than deflates them for telling them they're wrong? Because after all, if you tell somebody they're wrong, all they're going to do is justify why they've done it, because none of us like to be, you know, wrong. So what about you saying to them, is it you are the problem or you can make it better? So you can tell somebody that you're the problem in this business, or you could say, do you know, the good thing is you can make this better. See the difference, how we could do that? Another way is, how about telling people, you know, we're very good at telling people what we don't want rather than looking at the good things that we do want from it. So these are the positive things that I'd like to get out of this. Another one is, you know, having the final word to actually opening up meaningful communication. Saying to somebody, yeah, do you know what, that's really rubbish. Instead of saying, yeah, that's really good, but how can we do this? How can we discuss this to bring out the better in this? And then finally, are you building people up or are you just tearing them down? You know, I've seen lots of bosses that all they want to do is pick the holes in what their employees are doing, rather than say to them, do you know what, you've done really well with this, this and this. You know, there's a couple of things that we can improve. What would you say? How can we do that? And I think there's just a few tips of what we can do and how we can give feedback rather than criticism. So if you've got some feedback about this video, let me know. If you've only got criticism, I'm not really interested. And if you've enjoyed this video, please watch the next video just here, or subscribe to my YouTube channel just here.